October 18th,
different targets.
Curse of Strahd. Game on.
Yeah, so this was Van Richten's tower. Esmeralda's wagon is parked up.
Oh yeah, Esmeralda's wagon is there, but we don't know how to open it.
I mean, I have thieves' tools. I can try to open it with my hands.
But it has
magic. A tiger in it.
It's booby trapped, hardcore booby trapped. We would call it.
Well, I can try. Not that I'll do it, but I can try. Actually, I can try from a range because instead of taking assassin, I took spell. I took the spell one because I think assassin with the way the paladin's damage is kind of OP, and I didn't want to be like being like Jay.
It's too easy.
Jay, I did 70 damage, and I just didn't want to be doing that with like every time I get a sneak attack. So I'm like, nah.
The guys in the group were talking about they took their cleric. There's a dwarven cleric, and he buffs the paladin. He's got all these hit points. His concentration's like a gajillion.
Yeah.
So everybody on the Strahd group is like trying to figure out how to screw this guy over. Comes down just a couple of easy steps, but
I mean, yeah, if somebody's in 5th especially, like there are mechanics that a DM should be able to use to shut down anybody, but I'm kind of the mix between both hard hitter classes, which is the rogue and the paladin, so I really should be doing really high damage, but I didn't want to max it to...
Oh, there was a correction on your yellow sheets.
Oh yeah.
The Weapon of Vengeance Sword of Lights is the 6 of stars.
Oh.
So...
That's my bad.
It was the Crypt of the Wizard Ordinaire. So it was not, in fact, Rictavio. So that puts 2 of your items in a crypt. One is the Mad Dog's Crypt, the other one is the Crypt of the Crypt. You do know that Strahd's enemy, the Help Against Darkness, was the Beast, which means there's a werewolf is your enemy's enemy.
Crypt of the Wizard Ordinaire. Is that the Mad Wizard maybe in the mountains?
That's I guess.
That's the only real wizard we've heard of.
Sardine. Oh, it's horrid. Sorry.
Well, I guess we have to go into the mountains then.
Well, good news is that I was looking at the level recommendations for each of the encounters, and you guys have easily been 1 level lower for all of them.
Great.
Thanks.
That's good. That's good. We've survived so far.
Easily
well,
1 level lower.
Sort of. We've died many times, but
we've survived. Well, we've all died. No, actually, Ed hasn't died once.
yeah, Ed hasn't died. No, Ed.
She's the anchor for the campaign.
She's the one who fell on both of our corpses.
That's right.
We
never died.
mattressed her fall.
I hate you.
Well, you killed me and then she killed you by landing.
Yeah.
I have a secret, but I'm not going to reveal it. How I survive.
He's Kilroy.
Some spells I get from the thing.
And Esmeralda's wagon is she told you not to mess with it because it'll blow up if you mess with it. So evidently the tower was the same way.
See,
Well, I'm going to try to disarm it, and I can do it at a range. So
I do actually still have Revivify, I just can't use it because it's a domain spell.
Do you have a revive?
I just got Revivify actually last level, but I need 300 gold pieces worth of diamond.
We have a bunch of gems. We have several.
You took the list home.
Yeah, I have it. Sorry, I was going to add it to the sheet.
We kind of needed that last week.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, it has all the scrolls. I'm sorry. I was going to put it on the sheet online, and then I was in Paris.
Well, I now have Misty Step.
Okay.
I can vanish even more.
Didn't you get another, one of the really cool things, too?
Invocation?
Invocation?
I got one with shadows.
Oh yeah.
make
Well,
it
that and
visible.
your stinking mirror image thing, those are badass.
It does make you very survivable.
Nice defensive spells.
Oh, I actually have ravens right there. Hopefully we don't need them. If things get that bad, you guys are in trouble. So, did you guys notice the picture of Esmeralda looks a lot like the girl from Van Helsing?
I wonder why.
Yeah. Why the long face, Esmeralda? 'Cause I'm a Vistani! Leveled?
I'm leveled.
Just took one.
I
just had to add spells and I got them.
Yeah. I get to pick one more spell.
I might actually use a spell instead of now spending it all on damage. Just what I've been doing. I'm level 6 and I still don't have level 2 spells. The joys of multiclassing.
So what did you take? Did you take a third class, or did you go back to
No,
Paladin?
I'm 3 paladin, 3 thief. I
Okay.
need at least 3 thief to balance myself out, and now I'm just gonna go rest paladin.
So anyways, there's the sound of wolves coming your way from around the lake. I'll show you a map of what your situation looks like again. You're up here at Lake Baratok,
Okay.
on the tower, causeway to the tower. You heard the wolves coming from this way, and they're coming around that way, on the top of the lake. Well, you guys can decide what you want to do. If you want to wait, if you want to try and flee into the woods on foot and hope that they don't have the ability to track by scent.
And that we can outrun them. Totally.
As
I just have to outrun the slowest one.
Because somebody's got Misty Step.
And gaseous form.
Well, so I'm not outrunning you, but I got plus 10 athletics, and I'll probably outrun him.
More than likely.
Esmeralda's wagon is parked out front under layers of mud. This wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paints, wheels of fancy gold trim, a brass lantern hangs from each corner. Red drapes cover the tombstone-shaped windows on each side. Steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that says "Keep Up." There's a code word, you know what it is, to get in. Otherwise, the whole thing explodes and everybody dies. In a 5-mile radius, there's going to be a cloud of
Does it look
radiation
like
and nuclear waste.
Does it look? Can I do an investigation to see if we moved it? If
Yes.
that would cause it to explode. 15.
No, you'd have to try and open it.
Okay. So I can try to open things from a ranged with my mage hand.
And what you know is, from what you can kind of see from within the window, is that there are hundreds of flasks of alchemist fire dangling from wires like ornaments from the wagon's interior walls.
So what I figure we do is we put this on the causeway, and if the werewolves do try to fight us, we just blow it up. And
You've heard that there's a tremendous
that.
amount
I
of
like
magic items, and werewolf and vampire fighting materials inside.
I would love to keep it alive, but survival, I think, might take precedence. We should put it on the bridge just in case. I think.
Not against that.
What do you think?
I'm sorry. Yep, sorry, go ahead.
What do you think about moving this wagon onto the bridge so that we can try to parlay with the werewolves, but if it goes south, I can try to open it from a range with my mage hand, and it will just blow up on the bridge if we try to open it. So, worst comes to worst, we kind of have an ace in the hole.
This is the bridge going to the tower.
The tower.
Like how what's the drop? Is it something like a wolf could traverse?
It's also like an explosion, so that if we like try to parlay like near it, they might, we might be able to get them to stop in front of it.
I'm going to see how long the causeway is, too.
That would be the idea, just so that to make sure that we don't die. I don't want to blow it up if we don't have to. Realistically, I'd like to try to make friends with the werewolves, but I don't know if that's possible.
But the question is, where is Esmeralda?
Isn't she still hiding in the freaking
She's not
hospital?
hiding, she's waiting.
She's waiting for Strahd in the
to
hospital.
come for the corpse bride, and then she's going to jump down, and chop his head off in one fell swoop.
No, she's gonna wait for him to come through that doorway and get him in the choke point.
Yep.
Foolproof plan.
So the causeway is 350 yards long.
Seriously?
Yep.
Wow.
How far across?
Magically built, apparently, and it's wide enough for a wagon to get down it. It's got a really nice, rocky sides to it to diminish erosion.
We can run out into the water. Or on the water.
Oh, that's a ritual too, so if we have time, you can just spend it without using a spell slot.
Exactly,
You
I
just
can prepare it.
Change an hour.
So, like, depending on how long we have before these wolvies get here.
Alright, I'm gonna try to move this thing.
How long does it seem like we might have before these?
Half hour.
I'm gonna try to move this thing in this half hour.
And if you look at that distance, plus all the random encounters that werewolves are going to have along the way. Where's my reefer? My river.
Well, I thought you said your reefer.
So did I, and I just looked at the giant bag of grass. That's what we were talking about.
What I kind of worry about is like somebody looks in the window and they see those bags of ganja down here that they're gonna
break in and steal, and
I know.
you're like, oh god.
This is the worst tasting weed. This tastes like that Canadian. So here's the tower. Then we got your causeway here, and then this is all lake. Ooh, look at that.
So the causeway is like only this big across.
Yeah, it should be wide enough for the wagons to get up and back and forth. It's like 350 yards.
Okay.
It's a long causeway. How far is like the chasm below it?
There's no chasm. It's like
River.
5 feet off the water. It's like built by the Kazan Public Works Association, yeah. And then, to land. I don't know where all these guys came from. Did you guys fight humanoids of some kind?
A while ago, we fought the druids.
Oh, I picked up this really cool thing. The kids made me put it on here.
Oh, I got you a rock in Paris.
Excellent.
From the
steal it from the Bastille?
From the catacombs.
Oh.
It actually might be a piece of bone. I'm not sure. It's either a porous rock or a piece of bone.
See, we get only the finest stuff to game with. Dave's going to be ecstatic. He still thinks we just loot public or heritage sites.
Hey, I didn't
for
break
no
it off
reason.
anything. It was on the ground. It was already broken and then kicked around.
That's what I tried to explain to Dave about Stonehenge. I'm like, it's not like I'm up there with a hammer chipping away at it. I just took a pebble from the road, for crying out loud. Like, and it wasn't even for that. I just thought it looked cool. Anyways, this is you guys. You're standing in a massive, you're going to be stumbling over rubble. You could hide if you want. One Kreeper has run off again. And this is
He's in the rubble trying to dig stuff out.
I don't know.
I'm
That's
a scimitar. That was in here last time.
There you go.
Perfect, yeah. I'm going to try to move the wagon to about here, if I can.
Wagon. Wagon.
Perfect.
And there's no horses. Apparently she conjures magical horses.
Alright, I'm going to stand about 20 feet back. I can use my mage hand from 30 feet away. Try to open something, so stand about 20 feet back. But I don't even think it's worth trying to hide. They can smell us. And they heard what's going on. They're going to explore.
Oh yeah.
So at 350 yards, one hybrid on the hind legs and 3 apparently in wolf form. They don't look like normal wolves even at this distance through the gloom of the gloom. And the reflection off the water of the gloom looks like just inky black.
It's gloomy.
Like they're like those old fantasy drawings with the werewolves with really long legs, with the reflection off the water of the lake, of whatever the name of this lake is.
I'll make no attempt to hide and stand like openly visible.
Okay.
The sword drawn, but not like
One of the wolves
threateningly.
comes up about 100 yards. Another one flanks it, and the other 2, including the hybrid, stay back. And they just stand there, scoping you guys out. So they're about 200 yards out, so a pretty good distance.
I think I don't know what they're considered.
And time of day is
aberrations. I think they might
I think it's 2 a.m.
noon plus
They might be
D12.
aberrations.
It's midnight.
In a full moon?
No, it's the weird thing. Like, you can see a glow where the moon should be, but it just refuses to stubbornly come out.
There's no light in Barovia. We've never seen the sun or the moon here.
The moon actually looks like that advertisement, where they like have the shaded window and the human centipede on the other side of it. It looks like that. One of you guys threw up, so obviously you've never seen human centipede.
I've seen Human Centipede.
Oh.
I just tried to ignore
Trying to block it out.
really, really hard. What's worse is Human Centipede 2, because they tried to one-up Human Centipede 1.
They added another one?
They added more, and they made the doctor not a doctor, but a mentally handicapped person. Oh, it's just a lot worse. Just
There's some wrongness.
okay. So I don't know what you guys are gonna do. I don't know if you guys want to try to hide, but I'm gonna stand.
I was gonna
try to
Do
parlay
you guys
with
know
them.
the situation with the werewolves?
We know that. Well,
there were two clans.
There might, or there's a clan.
There's
and they're
the
like
what's her name?
There's like an internal fight.
There was
Kiril. Cyril.
I know.
Kiril?
I wrote it down.
I have it on here. He's one of the leaders of the werewolves, and he seems at odds with Kiril. He seems at odds with Zuluieca.
Yeah, Zuluieca was like the
and I think Zuluieca might be Mother Night.
Mother Night.
I think she might be Mother Night, and she's the enemy of Strahd because the enemy of Strahd is the beast, but it's also a she in my mind. So I think there might be some conflict between the werewolves. I don't know if it's two clans or if it's like a civil war kind of thing or what's going on.
Just a little internal struggle.
Strahd's got a lot of chicks pissed off at him.
Do any of these look like the wolves we encountered the previous time?
No, it's going to say.
It'd be hard to tell from here. They all look the same to you.
Oh.
That's a trigger warning right there.
Yeah. Damn.
I hate to be all racist, but they're all different colors.
Werewolf lives matter.
Lycanthropes. Alright. They don't approach any closer than 200 yards, and I just keep an eye on it.
But we did definitely see that from that first encounter, there was a distinct leader at that time, too.
Yes, and it wasn't Kiril. There was,
He's like a lieutenant or something.
There was one named Franz Groza. Franz.
Franz, I gotta write that, man.
He was evidently the sub-general centurion of the organized pack. One thing is for certain, these are definitely the werewolves that have been terrorizing your home worlds. Like the one that when you drove into Ravenloft and smashed your car and pinned the one against the tree.
Does that mean they can get out?
Yes.
So maybe they have something to do with Vistani.
Yeah. Or maybe Strahd doesn't have power over them, and that's why they could be his enemy.
That's true.
Will you put something in my cup? Pour please. Here, you want some?
No, I'm good.
It's awfully good. It's better than you think. Okay, it's a wake up.
Is it down? These are the old cups from last week?
Yeah. I didn't lick the rim on mine, but I'm not much of a rim licker.
All right, Rimmer. I get
This.
Oh, I don't want one, so...
Okay, I'll have one.
Here.
Yeah, this looks exceptionally good. Where'd you get it?
This was Dave's from last week.
Oh,
I
Adams
thought it
County.
was
Thank you,
Costco.
Adams County.
I think you got it at Costco.
This is definitely Costco. Yeah, Dave steals from the cafeteria, but
Bribes the lunch lady.
can't afford Galaxy pizzas, please.
All right.
Well, they don't seem to be coming forward. Do you want to try to, like, talk to them?
Probably parlay.
You could also try and swim out in the lake and try and escape by swimming off the
I'm
the
definitely better at fighting werewolves when I'm swimming than when I'm on the... No, I'm not.
No, if we need to go in the water, I'll just cast Water Walk.
See? He could be the water walking lizard out there. Do you get like the frilled neck too when you Jesus lizard it?
His collar just pops up.
You know, you're supposed to modify the spells in Ravenloft accordingly. That would be a good effect.
His collar just pops up around.
This just says we walk on the water.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be more horror-like if you turned into a Jesus lizard at the same time?
Yeah, that's the point.
Alright.
Is everybody level?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm at very little risk, because Sorry. Go on, I'm sorry.
I agree.
I think we should parlay. Yeah, I think we should
agree.
try to talk to him and see if we can get some kind of audience with Mother Night or Zuluieca.
I'll walk out.
Outside game question: would you consider werewolves aberrations or fiends?
They
or...
are. The hell are they? Oh,
That's what I was just... they're not fiends.
humanoid shape changers.
Okay, show protection for me,
So
so
they're
wouldn't do
human.
squat.
Yeah, they're humanoid.
Except that they're evil.
Yeah.
You get a +1 to your AC.
It's
It's
just
totally
aberrations,
rocks.
celestials, elementals, fays, or undead.
That's the only ones you get the bonus to? Or that's
Those
just
are
a
the only-
hedge?
That's the protection.
Don't you have to pour iron on the ground?
powdered silver knife.
How long does that take?
It's a casting. It doesn't have it just says the duration, but casting 1 action.
Yeah. So 6 seconds.
All right. You pull out your salt and pepper shaker.
I'm gonna walk out about 50 feet,
Okay.
or at least no more than 60 feet away from her.
Are you gonna walk past the wagon?
Yes.
Yeah. How far out did you put the wagon?
I was gonna put it like in the middle.
Yeah. So just set it off to the side.
I'll follow behind you a little bit just to cover you.
Okay. I mean, I can get out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah, I figured as much. But I'll still stay like 25 feet away from the wagon.
Oh, the blood spear of Kavan. You had heard that whisper, the deep voice carried on the wind. Long have I waited for one who is worthy. My spear hunkers for blood. Retrieve it and rule these mountains in my stead, just as the mighty warriors from the early days of the Whispering Wall. But you keep hearing it in your head, and you're like, totally.
So I'm about.
That's right up your alley.
And I just need you to make a charisma save. Don't be in a hurry.
Okay.
The DC is... What's your bonus?
Damn! I have a good bonus. It's +6.
So the charisma save is 8.
Okay.
And if you don't fail to save, it is +2 to attack and damage rolls.
And it's a spear?
Yeah.
No. I very easily passed this.
Okay, good. And then the other benefits of the Blood Spear of Kazan, because this is an authentic item that actually works in Ravenloft. You can go ahead and read on the Blood Spear up to the guiltiest staff.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff.
It's not too bad. You go up there.
I'm gonna have my evil fey presence on.
Okay. You want to look like anything in particular?
Just kind of more evilish.
Okay. They don't approach.
What's that?
They stay at the 100-yard mark. You've gone out
Ooh.
60 feet.
So have they tried to cross the bridge?
They stopped at 100 yards. So the causeway is 300 feet, 300, let's say 300 yards, so 900 feet long, and they've come out
Really? It's like
Well, that is
9
worth
football
using.
field lengths?
long causeway.
That is worth using.
Oh, 'cause this is out in the lake, isn't it?
Yep.
In your Fey presence, is it like, can you do like the, what is it, thaumaturgy, where you sound all badass?
I can make him look all badass with prestidigitation. Just make him like glow.
Well, I'm just wondering if we, say something to get them to come.
I'm just trying to look for effect.
Yeah, you could go,
Hey, look,
cowboy! I'm sure they'd love that.
So then, who do we think this might be? This might be Zuluieca or...
I don't know if that is Zuluieca but we want to parlay with Zuluieca. I don't think we want to parlay with the other guy because we want to join whatever side she's on because I think she's the enemy of Strahd.
Yeah.
Because the enemy of Strahd is a she and a wolf, and the other guy's clearly not a she.
Well, here's what the tower used to look like. They describe it to you in full detail. Want to see it? It's really cool. Had an upstairs, a middle, and a bottom. Now it's just a big pile of rubble. There evidently was quite the lightning show when it caved in.
If that was my dog.
They're pacing
Would
back
run
and
away.
forth at the end as if they're waiting. Not for you.
Not for me.
Not for you guys.
You out?
I guess. I don't want to get past this wagon if we. I have no. You have a way of maybe go talk to him.
Yeah.
Because you can misty step away,
Yeah.
and like worst comes to worst,
And then
and then I can blow up the bridge if they chase you to try to kill you.
So you go all the way down to like, what did I say, they were about 100 yards out. And you have moved into a line in front of you, blocking any chance of easily running past them.
What's beyond? Let's like, what's over here?
If you looked at your map, Lake Baratok, Causeway.
Okay. Coastline and...
Yeah, and the wolves had come this way, from evidently up on that hill. And
Now, the wolves we
Crossroads.
previously encountered, that was over more this way, right?
Yeah, you were further back on the road. And they were up to something.
Hey, do they look like they want to cross the bridge? Is something restraining them?
Looks like they're holding you here until
somebody else comes.
something or somebody or a whole bunch more of them.
A whole bunch more of them. That's
always uplifting.
So look at probably within 100 feet of him, possible talking distance.
And what do you want to say? They pretty much just growl. Two of them jump up on their hind legs. The other one humps one of them. He goes back down, turns back into a beta. Yeah. Hybrid behind him scratches the back of the one that jumped up. It yelps, rolls over on its back, pees on itself, and then gets back up. The other ones both sniff at it, lick a little bit of the pee, and then turn back to you.
Civilized folk.
Who is detaining us here?
The hybrid yowls out loud, and enough of its face turns back to normal to be able to speak. And it says, "You'll be the lunch of Kiril when he arrives. Just don't go anywhere."
It's not the one we want to talk to.
And why should we fear Kiril?
You don't have to fear him. You just gotta taste good. The three in the front just go.
All right.
One of them yowls again.
I'm sure if we end up in the belly of you beasts, Zuluieca will not be pleased.
Zuluieca's trapped back at the den. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, she is back at the den. She's trapped, so we probably need to rescue her.
Maybe we need to take out Kiril.
So who trapped her?
Kiril's the master now.
What makes Kiril the master?
Because Emil disobeyed him and they put him in the castle.
What, I'm sorry, what was that?
Emil disobeyed Kiril and we put him in the
I assume
castle.
that's where the werewolves are.
Emil. Do we know
Way out
Emil?
here.
Depending on how.
The gray one begins pacing in front of the other two
I
as
haven't heard
if
of-
he's getting nervous and he keeps looking at you. He's got his head low.
What's the name? Amel?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard
EMIL.
that. Oh, I haven't heard that.
How long does it take to cross one of these hexes?
What do we say about if it's nighttime, like midnight?
Across the water.
1 hex, quarter mile. So, not very long. If you wanted to try and cross the water, it'd be difficult because you don't have a boat, but if you could get a boat somehow, if one of you guys were...
But what I was going to say is if I cast water walk,
How long does it
would
last?
It lasts an hour.
Oh, you could probably get across a quarter mile an hour. That's only once around the track. Depending on how slippery the water is. Can you get good traction? Or are you just going to run in place like Scooby-Doo?
I'm just gonna slide. Water slide the whole way across.
And the gray one's just pacing up front. Keeps sniffing at you, licking its chops.
Because if we just go,
You know
across
if it
the
was
water
closer,
straight
it would
to
have
the
its
den,
head up your
they'd
skirt,
have to
just-
go back around. I think. I mean, they're probably faster than us, but since we have a shorter distance, might be able to bend.
I know, I never advise splitting up the party, but I can run pretty fast. And I can stay here, lure Kiril. When I see that you guys are basically across, if he gets here, I could blow up the bridge and then just try to get away and swim away from him, because they might be able to run faster than me, but I don't think.
Well, and
I think we swim the same,
I can
and I
still-
might be better.
I can still cast it on you,
That's true.
and
And
you could still.
That's true, and I
it
could
would
try to
just
get across.
Last an hour.
I could stay behind, taunt them, and either taunt them into attacking me so that we can
We can
hurt
try
some
that.
of their numbers, or
They're 100 yards in. They push in about another 20 yards.
Okay.
Amanda.
You hear an echo across the lake that sounds like Banshee Wells.
Trying to get her attention.
Okay.
I'm really liking holding this spear, by the way. I'm like real psyched on it. I almost want to just stand here and be like, you guys go, I got this.
You look like
Of all the evils we have faced here, I don't think we will be ending up in the belly of some canines with mediocre intelligence.
Oh.
the wolves almost roll over on their backs and laugh.
Farewell, Rover.
Yeah.
Must have just enraged you that you can't eat me. You can't eat us yourself. You have to wait for your supposed master.
The gray one goes out, takes a big shit out in the middle. One of the other ones comes over and rolls in it.
Ugh.
Nice bath before we eat your guts.
I just turn my back to him and start walking back.
All right. You sense that they've begun to walk, but the leader of them stops them from pouncing on you and eating you. All right, so you meet back here. They fill you in on the plan.
So I say you guys go ahead and try to get ahead of Kiril, and maybe see if you can get to Zuluieca. I'll distract them here.
Do we know where the den is?
I assume it's towards where they came from.
I think
Yeah, you guys had a pretty good idea where you heard the owls from.
Oh,
it was on the opposite side of the lake.
It will probably take more than just showing up on that hill to find it, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do you have any like nature skills? Can you navigate? You're a fae. Can you navigate nature at all?
You got find werewolf den +2.
You have survival, then you could probably try to track.
I'm +4 on survival.
You could track tracks at the very least with that. I doubt the wolves try to hide their tracks very much.
Yeah, I wouldn't especially.
But I'm willing to try to distract them totally and blow up this bridge and then just try to get away.
So
How
we're
far-
trying to get across the water on a boat?
No.
Did you
you're
put
gonna water
Did you
walk.
put the
I'm gonna
wagon out
water
about
walk.
100 yards?
Yeah.
They've moved up to the wagon and are sniffing around it.
Should we just
I say
do it now?
blow it. I say blow it and then hit into the water.
You, after having looked at it, you know how to set off the trap if you had to.
What's the consensus? Should we blow it up? They're clearly our enemies. They're waiting to kill us until their master gets here. I don't want to get rid of all the nice stuff in there, but
The causeway, by the way, is made out of stone and rocks. It's basically a dike. So you won't you might make a groove in the thing, but you won't separate the island from the mainland or anything.
Can we hear any other wolves approaching from?
Not yet. And you're not quite sure what's taking so long.
Maybe just to walk on the water and go across.
Yes, it's a reasonable plan, maybe.
Right? So do we blow it and take those dudes out, which will at least slow them down somewhat?
yeah, maybe we wait until we see them. Kiril get here, and then we walk across.
Yeah.
And try to finish these guys first, try to cut them in half, and then when he gets here, we just try to get to the den, because he's going to have to go all the way back around.
Yeah. So
I
let's-
mean-
or let's basically, if any of them attempt to go past the wagon.
Yeah, if I'm going to watch them, very intently, and if they seem to be coming forward anymore, I'm going to set off the trap.
They've stopped the wagon. They're kind of
And I'm gonna,
waiting, peeking around it.
because we
sniffing
don't
around it.
sense that anybody's coming yet.
No.
I'm gonna start over here, not kind of out of sight, doing the ritual version of water walk.
All right. You are there.
But
How long does
If
it take, the ritual? Does it take 10 minutes or an hour? I don't remember.
That's a good question.
Oh, and I don't know what this is. I found it on the floor over there. As far as I know, it came out of somebody's shoe, so don't be licking that.
steel wool.
No,
Kinda-
it looks like something that came out of somebody's shoe, or perhaps a dog digested it. That's what we need. What do owls puke up?
Oh, the
things?
pellet things, yeah. They have little
They're little
bones in
bones in
them.
them?
Yeah.
That's what we need. I'm gonna have
Owl
to search.
pellets?
I'm gonna have to search around Bear Creek Lake Park and see if I can find a couple, because the owls are pretty thick over there.
Range. There's like a specific part of that.
No, because I remember reading it.
Rituals.
There it is. So just
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Longer. 10 minutes longer, so if it's an action, it's
Ed,
an
you see
action.
the size of this thing?
Okay.
Acorn?
Oh wow.
So we might be able to get all three of them off by the time
Yeah.
we get here. If not, then you don't even have to use spell slots.
Yeah.
And you can cast on other people?
Yeah. Up to 10 people.
And it lasts an hour?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
It'll
utility
probably
spell.
run out just about the time you cross the lake, so it could be close.
Well, I'm okay with swimming too. Like if we run out, if we have to swim.
What is your
the rest of
movement
the-
on the water? Does it say?
It just says it's it basically as if you were going across harmless solid ground.
So your full movement. I mean, could you run?
We
move
could
at a
run.
Run pace.
Yeah, we could run. I mean, I don't know how well you guys can keep up a jog, but
Well,
I think we could run a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
I'd hope everyone here could run a quarter of a mile. Because my character could probably run marathons.
yeah, probably.
These two have started fighting
I'd probably
amongst
die.
each other. This one laid down in the front, and this one has climbed up on top of the wagon.
Is the hybrid here?
Hybrid is on top.
Oh, the hybrid is
Those
on
other two are fighting and rolling around each other.
I'm within 30 feet of them, and I'm just smiling, just sitting there with my sword, just kind of just rubbing it, smiling at them.
Okay.
You know,
Too bad I didn't have Eldritch Blast. I could just sit there and just pick them off all day.
I would really like to intimidate, but I don't want to antagonize them.
Right.
So, just trying to bide my time until I can blow them up.
All right, so you get your spells ready. They're going. You're all set. Okay. Kiril has not arrived.
I say we keep waiting. Worst comes to worst, you have to use spell slots.
Yeah. No.
Or we have to swim, we walk if it runs out halfway, we swim the rest. We're still got a lot. Or you can cast it while we're in the water.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, since I'm not.
As long as there's no
slot.
Ravenloft octopus monster in there.
Damn. Oh, great! You gave him an idea. Damn you!
What could possibly be in Lake Baratok that everyone is so afraid of?
It's alright, as long as we can survive 18 seconds.
Does anybody have a flying spell?
I got gaseous form. I can get the hell out.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
I'll just outrun you if we're on the water. Or
It was
outswim
nice
you.
knowing you did.
But yeah, I think we still just bide our time. We try to be
Okay.
patient about it.
All right.
You guys were not in on the werewolf thing. Your previous characters were, but you knew about the werewolf. And
I think they were all
No,
here.
my
so-
No, the werewolves in going to other worlds.
Oh, yeah.
My
going
character
together,
definitely
yeah.
died. It was me and
It was you and Sia's
Yeah.
old character.
yeah,
Yeah. Or? Yeah, no, because I was with Brett.
yeah.
Already got one.
oh, you don't need that one then.
Kind of ominous. He's hitting us inspiration points.
Is he looking up sea monsters?
Probably.
Okay. You guys just gonna take off and leave him hanging there? Do you want to try and hide and escape?
I say we just wait.
Well, could it be
We
possible?
bide our time for Kiril if he's gonna come. If not, I mean,
And if he doesn't come,
these guys look like idiots to me, and we shall blow them up.
Yeah.
Could it be possible that Kiril is outsmarting us and he's swimming over behind us?
Maybe.
oh, great old one, Cthulhu.
That's in the lake.
See the Titanic down here?
God.
Uh,
I thought maybe
you wait
deep
and
ones.
you wait, and then the hybrid turns back into wolf form. You just see him milling about over there. One of them's falling asleep, and the gray one comes over and bites it in the foot, and it wakes up. Then they fight a little bit more. I howl at the moon, pee on all the tires.
There's a
Then
total
everyone's
of
walk around
4.
and smell them.
There's the hybrid and then 3 minions.
And they go down and drink some water out of the lake. So evidently it's safe for werewolves to drink. It's not silvered.
Or do we just fry him? Not blow up.
Kiril
the thing.
could be watching from. You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna spend 10 minutes to ritual cast a spell I just got for Find Familiar, and I'm gonna get a bat.
Okay. Sure, I
So
want a raven.
I could get a raven. Yeah, I'll get a raven. That makes sense more.
Well, I mean, I could.
And I'm gonna have the raven scout around for us because
Oh,
I can
okay.
see through its
Do you want
eyes.
the upright raven or like the little bent over raven pecking at dead flesh?
I want the dead flesh raven.
Alright, let's get you the flesh raven. I paid $2.50 for these two little hunks of leather here. Do you have to pay on off? Save us that. Are you getting a ride home? Response. Alright, so picking at dead flesh. Oh, we gotta paint it. Grab me some black paint.
You have it? Oh yeah, we have some in here. Brown tin.
Inky black and.
Heavy charcoal.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Here you go. Squirt it on him and mess with it. Finger in.
Should be playing to refuse.
So I'm gonna use this little guy to.
Alright, you see what the scouting out about is all about.
I'm gonna around here to see if Cyril's watching us to see what happens.
Right.
Because that would be my.
And just make a investigative perceptions.
I don't know what a raven's perception value is, but it's probably decent. Birds usually have pretty decent, but that's
Nothing
not
on the,
high.
nothing on the first pass.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep a watch out on the lake and make sure something's not trying to swim over.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D10 Perceptidore.
D10.
Sure. No, DC 10. Sorry.
Oh, DC chest. No.
Okay.
See clouds and mist.
Yeah, just clouds and mist. Then it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be, like Warhammer style. It has to have paint on it, or it doesn't have any weapons.
Or no, you can't even feel it.
Can't even field it.
All right. Just the light lapping of the waves against the causeway is all you get, and the occasional piece of remaining crumbling rubble.
Can I do another pass?
Yep. Go ahead and make it again. It's about 20 minutes later.
Finds a little dead squirrel.
Did you know that?
It's reflecting a window.
Did you know that crows can't swim? All right, and then go ahead and make your second one across the. There we go.
A 2 this time.
Yeah. Good start.
Well, I
Three
will
to
also
two.
take a look across the water just to see.
I got a 3 and a 1. So.
It'll get better from here.
And that's a 17. Actually, no, that's a.
Okay. You're staring out across the water. A tremendous explosion, the causeway.
Oh God, they set it off themselves.
All you hear is chunks of werewolves hitting the water.
Wow.
Thud.
Now, can they regenerate?
You're not quite sure.
I'm gonna go over and investigate to make sure they're dead.
If that cat had 9 lives, she just spent them all. Yeah, there's nothing left but just like a dog collar. There's just nothing. You do, however, you see the remains of a wooden trunk that was once covered with claw marks, that once held a whole bunch of weapons. There was the remains of a narrow wardrobe that had a bunch of clothes in it. There was a whole bunch of kits. There's a whole bunch of treasure. You can see like little tiny bits of gold laying around. A Taroka card comes floating. What remains of a golden holy symbol probably is burned into the wall of one of the little chunks of wood over here and must have been lost into the lake. There's 2 burning scrolls, a burning map of Barovia that's floating in the water, and then there's also a charred page from Richten's journal which burns up before your eyes.
Is there any? Can I like investigate to see if there's anything salvageable?
Yeah, you just did.
Okay. Nothing salvageable.
Yeah, you don't think that these werewolves are coming back. And then you hear from up here howling.
I say we go to the lair now.
I agree.
Are you going to take time to go back through the causeway and this way, or are you going to just run
go
across
the
the
lake.
lake?
I think we should
Across the lake.
How long has it been that we've?
How long has it
Half
been
hour?
since?
I don't know. You got time.
Okay.
Everybody's just got to make a Constitution save DC 6 to make sure that you make it across the lake in time.
Oh, are you
Just
swimming
wa-
or are we doing the water walk?
Water walk. The water's a little choppy, so
Oh.
you got
I made it with a 6.
Ooh, I got
A what kind of roll?
DC
Constitution.
6
got a
Constitution
5.
save. 5?
yeah.
All right. You end
7.
Up, you end
got
up
a 6.
swimming the last 50 yards as your ankles get deeper and deeper and deeper as the spell comes off. And as soon as you enter the water, nothing happens. You swim the rest of the way out of it.
You're a douche.
So up ahead is a hill. You can see numerous prints down by the water here. There's scattered debris from what looks like
Explosion.
washing up on shore. But it looks like that there's been camps down by the water down here that have been routinely ransacked. All the occupants killed. Dead bodies taken back up the hill someplace. I just need survival DC 18 to find the little
I've
place.
rolled about a 4
You hear
tonight.
howling again from up there.
No.
A survival?
I rolled
Survival.
a 6. Isn't your modifiers? Oh, I rolled a 2. I told you.
You rolled a 6? Well, I got my highest roll tonight's been a 4.
Dang.
Nobody got an 18?
my highest roll tonight has been a 4 too. No.
Nobody got an 18?
I haven't rolled it. I'll roll just in case. See if I go off track. I got a 9.
Okay. So you guys don't find anything yet. The howling gets closer.
Don't blow it towards us.
I'm trying to blow it over that way. The ghosts of Dave's characters are dying again. My wife wouldn't
freaking she'd cook for me, man. Anyways, all right. You can try an inspiration if you'd like to use that, or you can
I hate to use that for
try a
that.
different skill that might be appropriate.
Maybe nature.
Insight.
Investigation.
Okay, let's do an investigation. Tell me what you're looking for.
I am going to look for any concentration of the tracks that look like they're moving in specifically that direction. So if I can find kind of like a game trail of the wolves,
Okay.
if that makes sense. God, the rolls continue. That's a solid 6 with a 3 on the die.
Trying nature, checking the land, what would be the most obvious paths of movement,
Or places to hide.
places
Okay.
to hide.
Den-like structures.
That would be an 18.
All right, so you find above the tree line, carved into the side of a rocky mountain spur, is a wide, torchlit cave that looks like the gaping maw of a great wolf. 100
there it is.
feet. 100
That's
feet
probably
above the cave mouth, farther up the sloping mountainside. Huh, what do you know? Okay. All right. So I got caveages. Nothing goes with caves like caves.
At this point, I say we'd be really cautious and sneaky. That's what my character wants to do. I don't know if you guys are good at sneaking. I can tiptoe.
Is plus 0 considered good?
Oh god, you guys.
Dude, they're gonna smell us!
What happened to the stealth part? Oh, that's true. Just rub myself in the blood of the corpses there.
Well, maybe we should have Amanda go in misty form.
Oh,
Could do that.
or I could send the Raven in first.
Or you could send
I'll
the
the
Raven.
Raven still circling around me. Calling. I have it until it dies.
I thought the raven died in the water.
It takes an hour for me to reincorporate it if I want it back. Or I can just cast the spell again and try to make it new.
Alright, giant cave mouth. Right there. Torch lit inside. Wait, I saw a torch.
I saw it.
But why would wolves need torches?
They're
Dark
werewolves.
vision, but I guess when they turn into human form, they don't have dark. Well, they might still have. I don't know. Maybe when they turn into human form, they don't have dark vision, and
They're lycanthropes.
I don't know.
And there's this ring of
I don't know if wolves have dark
toothy
vision.
maw around
Man,
the
but
outside
Should
like
have
that.
taken, because if Kiril isn't here, should have taken glyph of wording and I could
Just
have
left it here.
left it right there.
No, the best thing to do is what is it called? It's the opposite of it's like sanctify or something. It's an old spell, but I think it's like level 4 or 5. But it basically makes like it impossible. Oh, hollow. That's the spell. Makes it impossible for like evil creatures to come.
We talked
there.
about Hollow last session, didn't we?
What did it? Hallow.
Hallow. That's what it is. Yeah, it's a hallow spell. And it also takes like 2 hours to cast. But like you can make it like.
Oh, yeah.
I've cast it in evil layers before. It's
Oh,
awesome.
So,
Basically sanctifying their ground.
Yeah, being like, oh well, you can't come back.
Sorry.
goes in like
No holy
this,
place.
splits out that way, and this way, inside. Alright. In there. The open jaws of the wolf's head form a 15-foot high canopy of rock over the cave mouth, held up by natural pillars of rock. The ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet inside the caves. Torches and iron brackets line the walls. From somewhere deep inside, you hear the echoing sound of a flute. Some of the notes are discordant, painfully.
Does it sound like a wolf?
Somewhere inside, it sounds like a flute. Up here, appear to be 2 humans. Appear to be somewhat standing guard as you cautiously approach. One of them female, one of them male.
Do we think that Zuluieca could have followers here that are guarding her, or maybe they're using this as a stronghold against him, or do
Looks
we
like
think...
guards.
guards. Probably trying to
Cave
keep her
splits to the
captive.
right and left, standing on a 5-foot high ledge. Between the divide are 2 feral-looking women wearing shredded clothing and clutching.
Well, I'm a feral-looking woman. I could probably pass. I have a disguise kit too. All right, I could probably pass for one of them.
Yeah.
No, they would smell me.
They'd smell.
So which way are they guarding? Or are they just guarding the main?
The entrance. So they're kind of up on this little ledge.
All right,
Should I go to Gaseous Form and just
scoop by.
make my way through and check the place out?
I think so.
Yeah, that would be a good. I think that's a pretty good call.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay. Gaseous Form it is, and
Alright, make a stealth.
straight out of Jay's ass.
It's going to be worse than that.
Does gaseous form give you any stealth bonuses? It mine. You basically turn into like a vapor.
Yeah.
I feel like it's mine.
Oh, that's a bad one right there.
Working more bubbles down.
Yeah. Tabasco. Raw, unadulterated Tabasco. I should have diluted it. Cholula.
Do a Misty Cloud.
Just brunch.
11 plus a spell, so 17.
Alright. Which way did you want to go into this place?
I want to go to the right.
Okay, to the right.
But looking to see if I can get a glimpse of what's to the left, real quick.
Yeah, there's plenty of torches around in here, all around. It's well lit. To the left appears to be some sort of den. There's a very old human here, male. And on the right side, this way, appears to be an underground spring. Further up is some sort of, there's some crates and supplies of clothing. Further in, it appears to kind of become a bit of a maze of torch-lit tunnels. There's bones all over the floor. Look at the bones! There's a white-haired
Rabbit.
wolf sleeping in here.
Are we still going in the direction of that flute sound?
Yeah, you're going this way. Oh, yeah, the old man's playing the flute.
In that one single room?
Yep. It's made of electrum. In the deep caves, there's also another wolf sleeping in there with a smaller werewolf. There's another cave up there which has a curtain made of human skin. You know because there's tattoos on it. Deeper is a shrine, torchlit cave, wooden cages held shut with heavy locks. 2 of the cages are empty. Each of the others hold pairs of frightened children. Crude wooden statue stands between the cage, bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman draped in garlands of vines and night flowers piled around the statue's base is an incredible amount of treasure, which you're not interested in. A woman in shredded clothing kneels before the statue, and behind the statue 2 maggot-ridden corpses hang from iron shackles bolted to the wall. She looks like that.
Can you talk in gaseous?
Is that
How many wolves did you?
Is gaseous form a spell or a cantrip?
Spell.
How many wolves did you see total? Like 4, 5?
3 probably, I think.
Yeah, you didn't see a lot. Evidently, most of the pack is not here right now. You get the impression that this place holds maybe 15, 20 werewolves. The frightened children are kept in cages.
It was. You said it looked like there were stairs going down.
There's the ones the way back go up. Otherwise, these in this room went down into that little
The
shrine
one that
area
little
with
spiral,
cages.
the one that little curve thing.
This goes up to God knows what.
Okay.
That woman might be
Really?
Zuluieca.
Yeah.
She is at their like shrine, which might be the Mother Night thing. So I don't know.
I would get if she was shackled. I would get.
Is she shackled?
Yeah. I thought I heard shackled.
Yeah, me too. So that's probably her.
So there's a old woman shackled at the base of a statue.
A woman in shredded clothes kneels before the statue. She is not shackled. There's 2 maggot-ridden corpses hanging from iron shackles on the back wall.
Do I hear any conversing or talking?
No, the other ones on the inside are sleeping. The old man is playing his flute really out of tune.
What's she doing?
You guys hear the howling of the wolf pack, it sounds like, approaching on the place. You don't know how far out, but it sounds like there's a lot of them.
Did I hear that too?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving up. I'm gonna check out the going the way up.
Okay. You come up to the top, which appears to be a ring of stones on a ledge, 20-foot diameter ring. You see spattered blood, small gnawed bones lying in the ground outside the circle are several spears stained with stained with dry blood. That's it.
You could risk coming out of gaseous form and talking to, but that's a huge risk on
That's a
you.
big risk.
I can cast gaseous form again.
It's true.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Gaseous misty step.
Because I don't think we can get in there without fighting some wolves
Right.
or going in. being strong.
Right.
What is this woman doing? Just kneeling and almost like in
before
prayer?
the statue, like in prayer.
Do you recognize the statue?
Is the statue recognizable or anything?
Make me a religioso.
18.
You think it's not Mother Night? Must be what the werewolves worship.
So Zuluieca isn't Mother Night, but they said that they said something about her being the pious one, or like being
Right.
the one that's like trying to follow Mother Night the right way, and Kiril isn't, I think.
Is there anyone else in this room besides the old
Just
lady?
her and the kids.
Okay. I'm gonna risk it. What the heck?
I see. It's your neck. I'm quoted. I've got Kiril coming up my backside, so.
Yeah.
All right. Are you gonna?
I'm gonna be a
where are you
little
gonna
bit
appear? Like right in front of the statue?
Let me see the. Yeah, actually, that would actually be some good effect.
Do your Fey presence. No.
Actually, I can't do that. I haven't had a short or long rest.
Okay. So you pop out right in front of the statue. She looks surprised. Make me a what do you want to do check? Do you want to
Persuasion.
beguile her? Do you want to?
Do you have any beguile spells?
Are you trying to trick her? I mean, when you do that, are you just like, oops, oh, did I just appear in front of between you and your...
If you want to live, come with me.
I'm just gonna just say one word, Zuluieca.
Her eyes quickly turn to wolf form and she rips her skin off and hybrids out, snarls all over at you but doesn't harm. And, how did you get in here?
I can get you out. Do you want to get out?
No, I want to lead the pack.
What's that?
I want to lead the pack.
We can help you. We have allies.
So she listens in. And,
Do you remember the stuff? She's fated to help us against Strahd. Maybe we can help her against.
We can help you if you help us.
All right. You get to conversation with her, and it turns out that Kiril ordered her to guard the prisoners. Her husband, her mate, Emil, was
That was the one we roasted, wasn't it?
was the original
No.
leader.
That was the guy that's trapped in the castle, I think.
Was the original leader, and he didn't like that Kiril was basically taking these children and making each other battle it out to decide who was going to join the pack, and the other one got killed and eaten by the rest of the werewolves, and that's what he's been doing in the ring upstairs. And she doesn't like that. It's and he's Kiril's all about strength of the pack, and these guys are all about everyone's a special snowflake. But anyways, that's kind of what you get.
Kind of right down your
out
alley.
of that.
Yeah, and I say.
But anyway, but the big story is that the ideological divide couldn't be reconciled, led to disagreements. The other werewolves were split between the two camps. Kiril disappeared for a couple days, causing the other werewolves to wonder where he had gone, and he had taken Emil up to Strahd's castle and has not been seen since. If you were able to find him in the castle, I will aid you in any way that I can.
A prophecy told to us that you will help us against Strahd.
If you find Emil, my mate, in the castle, I will help you in any way that I can.
And one other request. I want these children freed.
Make a persuadias.
I don't know, if I lived in Barovia, I'd become a werewolf that allowed me to escape. To be honest.
I'm actually a bit of my inspiration on that one.
Okay.
It lets me leave.
Well, I got a 10.
Screw it, I'll get cursed. It's better than the curse here.
There we go, nat 20.
Okay. She listens and she says there's no way you'll get them out by the time that Kiril gets here. And two of them are already turned. The other two are not.
You promise me to keep them safe?
My job. If you can hurry, won't have to fight each other and kill each other.
Do we think we can kill him right now?
Trail?
But see, we're
And
in
as
front
long
of
as
the den
Kiril
that has
lives,
15 to 20.
the rest of the werewolves
How many
have to
hands?
follow him because he's the toughest one in the pack.
But if we
It's not
take
a-
him out.
Zuluieca's the next in line,
Yes.
and then third in line is Franz Groza, but judging by the explosion at the tower, he's probably not around.
Yeah,
How many wolves follow Kiril? I keep thinking Cyril from Archer.
me too.
Cyril? What the shit, Cyril?
15 werewolves and 9 wolves.
That's a lot of shit.
They're all out hunting in some other world right now, but sounds like they're on their way back.
The full force of them.
Yep.
How is it that your folk can escape?
After Kiril delivered Emil to Lord Strahd von Zarovich, he granted